Hello, everyone, and welcome to D&D with R&D, where we are adventuring in the Underdark. We are kicking some ass and taking some names and getting our ass kicks, too. So it's kind of equal all the way around. But anyway, yes, so joining me are my usual adventurers and our Dungeon Master, R&D. And as is per usual in these shows, we're going to have, usually Micro will give us the summary of previously on Underdark, the ambush.
Previously, we fought a big-ass fucking battle.
Yeah, mostly. That was it. That's kind of what happened.
That was mostly what we did last time.
I don't remember fighting a giant donkey.
No, it was a big battle, but it was a big battle that was like a donkey.
Etzli, are you in Roll20? Because I don't see you.
Oh, sorry. I'm tired.
That's okay. It just helps to play the game if you're there to roll the dice.
So,
you're probably right.
While Pasta gets in,
I was wondering why my screen looked different and why it wasn't looking the way it should.
So while Pasta gets in, yes, we fought a battle against we laid out some tactics, which actually turned out we were pretty good tactically.
Yeah,
apparently
we're a pretty good
we
team.
managed to overwhelm our foes, our opponents, our enemies, and
yeah, and don't forget our subterfuge of bringing out big carts of meat that kept us.
Yes, we distracted the umbrellas.
It actually worked really well. A lot better than I thought it was going to work out.
I did pretty awesome.
Yes, and then we ended up in a 4-against-1 battle against a lady with the big lady with the
mech
all
suit.
the gains.
Yeah,
and she had a mech suit to begin with, but that fell off after you beat it, which is a bit.
Well, it kind of blew up, actually.
Yeah, well, it seems like a design flaw. And then we beat her up, but she has mechanical legs, so let's find out if we can do anything with those. She made the mistake of doing what all humanoids do. They become emotional, and Herrick took advantage of that.
She made the mistake of messing with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that too.
Yeah, I remember Felix kicking a lot of ass.
Mistakes that fight. The first was getting distracted by being emotional, and the second one was not getting the fuck away when we fucking had her outnumbered and overpowered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the third was messing with you.
So now
really
we're in the situation where there's still rumors of this sort of, siege machinery and reinforcements coming along. We went out in the previous session and
is the battle even over?
Okay.
They're all dead.
You all gathered together to take on the big armored mech lady. And while you all were doing that, the battle raged on around you. And you let your gnomish army continue to fight off the humans. I guess you don't really know what happened to that, but that's kind of where you ended up, and then you got distracted by a giant mech lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
We should probably figure out what happened to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think you pretty much mentioned everything. You do have intel that there will be that there are reinforcements coming. I believe, just to remind everybody, you are in midday of day 4.
Yes.
So your intel was that by day 5 the reinforcements would arrive.
Assuming our shenanigans haven't slowed them down.
Oh yeah.
If your shenanigans didn't work out, which you don't know if they did or not, because you have no way of knowing whether it did or not.
We didn't leave anybody there to watch.
Tomorrow, Yep. So as far as you know, tomorrow, if everything went wrong, things are going to show up. If everything went right, you might not see them, but you don't know when you'll see them.
Yeah. So are we gonna start? I guess with the battle, the end of the battle. Where we zoom back out to
Well, first thing Herrick is gonna do is grab the lady and drag her along with him.
What's your strength?
16. 16 and I have a
Yeah.
I have a +7 to athletics.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Because she's got
Can I-
massive legs.
Can I cut off her legs? How long would that take?
Maybe wait till after the battle to cut off her legs.
Well, then she might be gone. We need the legs.
You need the legs.
Yes.
You don't want the legs. You
Yeah.
need the legs.
Okay, they would be really nice to have, considering that we have an artificer in the city who might be able to tell us what the fuck they are.
Where's she
Yes,
gonna
but
go?
you
She's
don't
not
know
going
about
anywhere.
an artificer.
We also said that the bodies that Herrick had wouldn't go anywhere, and then they went somewhere.
Yes.
That's true. Okay.
I'm not letting this is a prized possession now. I'm not letting go of her.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are definitely more than welcome to try. How I guess like what are you trying to accomplish? Is
You gonna hack them off or
If she's-
something?
If she's
Carrick. Why don't you just guard the body for now? And we'll come back as soon as we figure out, and then we can make sure, if there's like sensitive things going on there, or we can get you some help to pull or a cart.
Yeah, we've got
I believe
carts.
I can just cut her off her legs at the hips.
Well, you could, but here's the thing. What if then we're like, oh, I wonder how they attached it, and now we don't know because they're all cut to bits.
I thought they're attached at the knee.
Why don't we just get a cart? Just you guard the body. We'll get a cart. It'll be empty from the meat that's been eaten by the umbrella things.
Okay, I'll cut her up at through her torso then, so there's less to
cut her
carry.
up at the torso? Just hack and slash. That's,
Well, listen, but what if it's like there are wires connected to her spine? Look, I'm just starting out on this artificer business, but I know that the spine is very sensitive
It
to.
is. It
Is it
breaks easy.
sensitive if she's still dead?
How about cut off her head?
I can make some javelins out of her arms.
All right. You know what? I got to go back and check on my people. You do this. I've got a thing going on.
A war.
So I got to make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's fine. What is your plan, Herrick?
Well, okay, I'm gonna guard her, and fuck it. There's no I don't have an hour to actually sit down and make anything out of her. Probably, I'm just gonna guard her and yeah, make sure that no one fucking comes in. I mean, obviously, if it's our people that comes and wants to take her away, I'm gonna tell them that hey, okay, yeah, save it somewhere. She's probably important. If it's any of the enemy forces, I'm gonna bite them.
Chomp, chomp.
Yeah. It's jumping time.
Okay. Sounds good. So, you're gonna guard Felix. You want to check out the battlefield, see how the battle is going.
Can someone heal Felix?
Can someone heal Felix?
You're
Yes,
needing.
what? 3 hits left.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought
Heal me.
Okay.
Can you heal me? I
think
think you said you were gonna heal me,
I have potions.
but I never got the number of heal, so I never got to add it.
Okay. Well, what's easier? You want to use a spell slot or you want to use a potion? Because
I don't
Spells
care.
come back, potions doesn't.
There you go.
okay, let's see. Can I think I can, well, I can do the healing spirit on you, but that might take a little too long. So instead, how is everyone else doing? What if I did a mass cure
I'm
wounds?
fine.
You're fine. Okay. Then
You can see us under our health bars. Had you?
your health bars are really tiny because I don't have my map blown up very big.
Oh right.
But I'll do
yeah.
healing word at 4th level. For Felix. 4th level. Oop, who's rejoining us? Oh,
Pasta.
yep. Hi
It's
again.
always pasta.
Yep. Hi again. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
My thing dropped out, and then it opened in my Google for some reason.
Oh,
My Google app for some reason again.
Okay.
I used your other account. That's weird.
So that's
Yeah.
14, which is crap. I'm really sorry. It rolled really poorly.
No worries.
You're above 0.
That's the important thing.
Yep, you're above 0. So yeah,
The second one isn't too bad. The second roll isn't too bad. The second roll is actually really good, but the first is actually kind of average.
Yeah.
The first one is literally average.
I'm used to my life cleric who like does extra healing when she does healing.
Yeah.
So okay.
All right. So yeah, you sit around and tend to your wounds first before heading out. Herrick starts doing little Komodo dragon patrol around the body. It looks you are lucky you have so much self-control because all the bits like the way that the connections are there, like it all looks super interesting, and you would love to take a better look at it, but
Yeah.
hold off. Once you are done with the healing, how long? Just a quick question: how long does your wall of thorns? Is that what you put up, or not tried to put up?
Oh, it was my spell. Yeah, it was Let me just check.
Last?
I will look. It says, is it? Did I? Well,
it's gone now. It's concentration.
No,
spell,
but it came on my. No. I mean,
yeah,
it's.
But she was.
Listen.
She was concentrating on it.
No, it comes from my staff, so it doesn't require concentration. Up to 10 minutes. Because if I'm doing it, then I have to concentrate. But if it comes from an item,
it comes from there.
Yeah.
I mean, so you would assume that if so typically if the other person were casting it, it would be. But as far as you can tell, it's still up.
Okay.
Magic users might be able to figure out that that's probably because it comes from a magic item, because that's how magic items work. There are magic items that let you cast spells that will stay up for the whole duration without concentration.
Yeah, like a glyph of warding, I think does that too.
But yeah, ring of spell storing or something like that also does that. So there are
The staff is concentrating.
Yeah. So there is. Yeah, so it's probably a magic item that let that happen, which isn't surprising considering that you're fighting a half construct made out of half magic items.
Yeah.
Well, it was also made with a magic item, so
yeah. So it makes sense, but yes, it is definitely still up. And so we'll take you back to the field. You will see that you're the humans that you were fighting, the kind of the one last bit of humans that are left, are pretty much are surrounded. I can't really surround them in this sense, but they're pretty much surrounded by the gnomes, and they're just waving their white flag for surrender. There's not very many of them left at this point. You really tore them up. You have about like 10 soldiers and like their commander pretty much left.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to like 20-ish gnomes that you had just to begin with, and the archers and other stuff. So
all right.
they are all giving up and stuff. I'm not sure what you'd like to do with them now, but for the time being, everything has settled down, and there doesn't seem to be any fighting going on anymore.
Prisoners, I guess.
I was just about to go prisoners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're surrendering, we can use some of our rope or whatever and bind their hands. Make sure they don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gnomish army that you have can
handle that. Take their weapons.
If you tell them that's what you got to give them orders. Do.
Yeah, I'm like, yay, we've been victorious. Take prisoners, secure them. Yay,
Can I hear her shouting?
Yeah, she's shouting loud enough that you can hear.
You hear a distant like lizard folk roar as in celebration.
I don't remember who the commander of this particular troop was. I think it might have been Felix actually. But whatever is left, one of the higher ranking gnomes.
No, I think that one It was the one I was in that had a hex blade or something.
Yeah.
Not
Someone's
hex blade.
commanding it.
Mine had a head split, I believe. Anyway,
One of them comes up to you and says, "Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. We'll get right on that."
right.
And you
Yeah.
see them, take the go over to humans and take their swords away and start marching them back towards the city gate.
My compatriot, Mr. Herrick, Sergeant Herrick,
I like
is,
that.
yeah, I just gave you a
Promotion.
I mean,
we'll-
technically, you can. Yeah.
he's my forces, so yeah. Sergeant Herrick has one of their machine people, and we'll need to bring that back for inspection by Sakharin.
Very well,
The
then. We will get moving on that right away.
Thank you.
Any further orders?
Tend to the wounded, and
Bust down these
Yeah.
barricades.
bust down these barricades so they can't use them again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll go. I should go report to the town
Simon.
leader, Simon.
Simon.
Thank
Let's see
you.
what Simon says.
We will see.
Very well, man. We will get on that.
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah. So, by the way, you can give Herrick a title, but that would be the title for your mercenary company.
Oh, I know.
So it's not actually, he's not actually a lieutenant or a sergeant of the Gnomish army, but he's a sergeant of last ditch efforts.
You're all assuming that Eric would give a fuck or even understand what that is.
I believe he will. Yeah, he'll care.
Okay.
I've decided.
All right. Herrick, are you gonna follow? Are you gonna go? Is everyone gonna head back to
I am going back with her. I'm not letting her body out of my sight.
Okay, you're gonna follow. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. Are the rest of you gonna head ahead of things?
I think I don't know. I mean, I think we can go back just in case. I don't want to get surprised in case the enemy does come up on behind us. So I think we should organize stuff and fall back as a group to the city walls rather than running ahead of the soldiers or separating ourselves from them.
Okay, so you're gonna wait around. It's gonna take a while to do everything that needs to get done to be able to transport them. Transporting the body right now is the least of their worries.
Yeah.
They have wounded soldiers, they have prisoners, they have more important things to do. As far as anyone can tell, she's dead and isn't gonna go anywhere. So
That's what you say.
that's what I say. I know.
But we can't trust your word.
Yeah, well, Shavaris can also help tend to the wounded. She's, can do her medicine stuff and help out that way and move people onto the carts. And so if we help, maybe it'll go faster.
Sure, do me, I don't know, how are you gonna...
The medicine check? I think mostly it'll be binding and stuff, so...
Yeah.
All right.
Medicine,
Here's a question.
do me medicine checks.
Are we also tending to the wounded on their enemy side? That's kind of a big morally, that's a big question. Are we helping the people who have now surrendered?
Well, they might have information, so...
Well, I'm not gonna I mean, if they're at the point of death or anything, then yes. But
But we're not going to go and finish them off with spears.
That's what. Yeah, it's just it's an ethical question, and our group hasn't exactly. We've been skirting the line. So
You have been. You have been.
Skirting the line's more fun.
Sure, but I don't disagree. But we have, so it was an important question for characterization of our own group.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
you guys are definitely...
mercenaries, not outright murderers. We're not getting paid to kill people. We're not getting
Yeah,
paid
I
by
mean,
the corpse.
the people that you killed in battle in a more or less a war, right? So
Mhm. Hey, they started it, man.
A war.
Like, I never went out to kill anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
You didn't, as far as you know, break any of the Gnomish Geneva Convention laws. So you know, as long as you're not gonna torture them or anything.
Geneva spelled with a GN.
Yeah, so as long as no one's gonna like prosecute you, or you're not going to get like a bad reputation for killing the humans that attacked the Slinton, is it okay for you to tear apart this lady? I don't. That's a
Well, we're gonna take her back in the cart.
yeah.
Yeah,
that
we're
one's a
bringing her
little
to
bit more.
Sacred, so that's fine.
Yeah,
More like an autopsy. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to know what we're dealing with. These people are attacking us.
It's for science. It's okay.
for science.
Yeah, she had an organ donor card. It's in her pocket. It's fine.
That's the worst.
We definitely
as a
totally fixed
as a
that.
scientist, that's the worst justification ever.
Okay, that sounds good. So, Shavaris, you help out. With your effort, you do end up. You have a lot of very thankful gnomes, thanking you for help, patching them up and whatnot. And with you running around helping out, you do help speed up the process a little bit.
Cool.
So it's not going to take you quite as long as it could have to get everyone together. It's still going to take you about 2 hours before everyone's ready to march back to march back, and then it's going to take you like an hour to march back. So you're going to be about 3 hours before you talk to Simon again.
I'm okay with that if you guys are.
Yeah, that's fine. I need a short rest anyway.
Oh yeah. You go ahead.
Felix, if you're not gonna do much, you can take a short rest. Shavaris, you definitely can't. Because
Nope,
you're helping
that's
out,
all right.
so.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm just
I guess
trying to
if you want to use one of the hours, but you'd be helping out less, I guess. But.
Can I take a short rest?
Anyone can take a
if all
short
you're
rest.
doing is like guarding the body,
You just sit in the grass next to the body. I'm gonna
if
cut
that's
you
really
up.
all you're doing.
I think I can also. I can actually do cunning artisan as part of a short rest.
Are you gonna do cunning artisan?
No, but I am gonna go around picking up all my javelins again. All 6 javelins.
Do we?
He's got 3 hours.
Do a perception check to see how many did you throw.
6 and
3. Okay,
I
perception
think
check.
I think 4. I think 3 of them went into her. 2, 3. I don't know. Perception check. I'm remarkably good at those.
Good. You're gonna get a percentage of that. So that's what 3/4. 3/4 of 6 is what you find.
3/4 of 6. That's 4.
Yeah, you find 4.
No, wait, no, that's not right. That's 3.
It's like
that's
4.5 or something.
That's 2/3.
Yeah.
I don't math.
It might be 5 actually.
What is she? 3, 4.
It's 1.5 is a quarter, so 3.
Let's see. Times 6.
It's
That's 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. So 4.
So 4, since this is D&D.
Yeah. So you find 4 of your javelins. 2 of them.
I find 4.5.
Like, yeah, you find 4.5.
This is
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
find
work.
a half of a javelin. I can live with you find a half of a javelin.
It's probably one of the ones that went in for her.
Yeah, it's just they didn't make it. So, but yeah, otherwise, you can find your stuff. And 3 hours go by. There's everything just has settled down quite a bit. You do see you were looking for things. You're helping Felix and Edsley. Do me perception checks. Let's actually see if either of you see what while you're resting.
Boop. Well, my lunks run out. I'm so distracted by Herrick. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. Neither of you really. Yeah. everything seems to just have calmed down a little bit.
We're
Uh,
fucked.
I mean, something bad is coming.
you're all gonna head back to town then? Nothing else before you head back to the city?
If they come with a card or something to
Can
carry
we
the
see?
body,
Can we see how far we are from the other map? Like how far we are from the entrance?
Oh, that's a good point.
You guys, you all fought
Around here.
yeah, you all fought.
While we were out there, I would probably ask Herrick to do his ping.
I
That
mean,
is
we are
probably-
waiting, for siege stuff. It would be good to know. I was
That's a
thinking
good point.
I could run
Yeah,
in and
once we realize it's calmed down, I will and we have 3 hours. I'll definitely do a couple of pings. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you do a couple of things. You don't. You just sense all the. You no longer see. You no longer feel a half construct. Obviously, you do extra things that you feel. You do feel. How many survived the other thing? You do feel 2 constructs kind of out towards the road.
Oh, the one
And-
fleeing.
Oh, the ones that survived me.
Are they, what,
Yeah,
like, are they moving?
probably the ones that survived. Actually.
Well, I know which way they're. I also know get to know which direction they're moving.
They're moving up towards the tunnel, like up the tunnel.
Okay, so they're running away.
Yeah, I mean because that's pretty much what they did with Etsley, is that she killed the big thing and then the little ones that were left scattered. So you feel 2 of them running away.
The question is, should we go and get them? In case the siege, they were gonna meet up with the siege weapon and siege weapons, reinforcements.
I'd imagine
And
their
they
head
will-
start on us right now would be because we were here for 2 hours.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I would have
Fuck.
stopped them if there wasn't an active battle going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. Like but now someone's definitely gonna tell their the siege weapon
the
isn't
principal.
just gonna get here and go oh, what the fuck? They're
Well,
actually gonna be prepared, but whatever.
the question that what I was thinking is we are already all the way out here. It's going to take, like I said, an hour to get back to town. So if I were to shapeshift into a dire wolf, for instance, what is my speed? 50. I mean, I could run along and if you guys want to send or head back with the troops, and I can go and maybe try to scout up to see, up in this area, and maybe see if I can, or even to this bend in the road, and see if I see anything coming.
I mean, I don't want to put you at any risk, especially if we're not going to be.
Yeah, no, that's.
But I move at 50, and that's not even dashing.
The wall here is thin enough that I can ping through it. So if I can always go along on the inside and scout that way, that's much more safe.
Yeah, but okay. I mean, it's I don't know how
I mean,
fast you are.
I like your idea, but I'm not like.
I mean, I
It's
get
better to get-
I get advantage
better
on
to get-
perception things with smell and hearing. So
Well, I think it's better to get behind the wall. Honestly, like get people inside. Like
I said, it's going to take an
They
hour
aren't-
to get
they
back, and
aren't-
it's going to take us an hour to return. So if we
yeah,
wanted to come out and scout,
they aren't gonna be here until tomorrow at least,
all right.
unless they found a way to speed up and avoid our shenanigans.
Okay.
I'm doing a terrible job of role playing right now. Sorry.
What do other people think?
If you really feel strong about it, then yes. But otherwise, I'd be, I don't want you to get hurt, and I'm going to, I don't want to be stuck with siege engines or God only knows what. To me, it's not a big deal if they find out that we've slaughtered their whole forces
Okay.
beforehand.
Then we can
So-
just fall back to the city walls once we've got
Yeah.
our troops ready to go.
I agree.
Okay. So
Yeah, and who knows, them finding out that we just destroyed what was here, that may deter them from coming forward.
That would be the logical thing to do.
But then again, who knows? Humans are dumb.
That's so true.
It is so true.
All right, well,
Dumb and emotional.
then we'll pick up the carts on our way back with the empty meat carts, or use them to transport the wounded, and head back to town.
all right. Sounds good. Yeah, you make it now that you're not in a hurry and not dragging around carts with meat on them and trying to distract the umbrella things. You find the carts pretty much where you left them, and they're empty. Like nothing's left of any of the meats that you brought along. So you can wheel those back. No one wants to sit in them because they're still covered in blood.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, so no one really wants to sit in it, but they'll take them back and clean them and whatnot and reuse them later on. But for now,
hose them down.
Yeah, they don't want to really
Lick them down.
Oh, muffin.
Otherwise, yeah, everyone. The trek back is pretty uneventful. You don't notice or see anything out of the ordinary on your way back. Once you make it back to the barracks of the guards, everyone starts. The troops, everyone kind of splits off. The troops go off to where they now have jobs to do. So people are going back to rest. People are taking the wounded to the infirmary. Prisoners are being processed. Everyone's busy. There's just lots to do in this. Now that you're back. So do you want to go straight to Simon?
I would, unless anybody else has something else they need to do first.
No, that's
Yeah, I'm up for going
Simon
with.
seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, he is in his office, which is right across the hall from your office. He is there doing some paperwork.
Buddies.
As he does. He sees you come in, greets you with open. Got the news how you did a wonderful job, all of you. And I heard tales of your inspirational speech, Felix, and you took out that giant couple of giant constructs as well. These will be tales that will be told in Slinton for years to come.
Your troops fought with incredible bravery, sir. They are a true credit to your town.
Oh, thank you. We are very proud of them. We did have a few casualties, but through your great leadership, many of them did live to go see their families tonight. So we are very thankful. However, I do believe that we still have more humans on their way.
Possibly.
We cannot be sure what they will do. It appears that two of these smaller constructs were able to go back. They may be reporting to the reinforcements, who, if they find out that there's no one to reinforce, it's hard to know what will happen.
Yes, humans can be quite unpredictable. I do not know what they will do. Do you have any suggestions on what we may be able to do to prevent them from breaching our walls in our city?
Give us 5. I don't know if we discussed that part yet.
Yeah, we haven't. I didn't think of it.
You have people adept in magic constructions. I'm sure you can figure something out.
In any event, I think that the first thing is to, do you have people who can scry or who have the potential of being able to see what is going on? Or
yes, I'm sure there's somebody I'll have God, I already forgot her name. What is her secretary's name? She had a name and I forgot it already. I'll have somebody here. Huh?
Simon's secretary?
Yeah, Simon's secretary.
Oh fuck! What was she called?
I know, right? That's how I feel about it. I named
It's
it.
a good name. It's not that I don't remember it.
Yeah. It wasn't Lydia. That's Sakharin's
Nope,
girlfriend.
that's Sakharin's girlfriend.
I forgot her name. She had a good name.
All the women are just called Lydia.
Started with a P, but I think that's just me coming up with bullshit.
I also thought P, but then I thought it was Petunia, but that's Petunia.
Nope, that's not.
Yeah, that's definitely. I get to watch through that stream again and figure out what her name is.
Penelope is filling in for
Penelope.
today.
That sounds about right.
Ah,
Penelope.
That's her name now. That's her name now. Fuck it.
That's her name now. Good enough.
it feels kind of sad that I remember that that's the name of the dragon from Barbie's Rapunzel.
Yes, Penelope will get a one of our local wizards to help you scry. Is there someone in particular you're trying to find?
Well, we personally have met two of these other half constructs. So we could scry on them, or I mean, I suppose it's hard to scry on a construct. And there is the royal, the king, as he were. So yes, if you could, first of all, it would be one of the two women, and I cast disguise self so that he could see what one of the women looks like. But I don't think I have more than one. Yeah, I don't have more than one of that to do.
I can do the other one.
Okay.
Okay. Very well. We will have someone here shortly to help you with that.
Well, I can do the other one, assuming that the one you turned into is the one Herrick hasn't seen.
I would have known which ones you've seen and which one you haven't, so.
Yeah. You've seen a sorcerer and wavy arm lady. Stretchy arm lady.
Which one's the one I almost killed?
Yeah,
the sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the gears.
I want to kill her. I will be her demise.
Life goals.
I mean,
add it to the bucket list. The bucket, we mean the bucket we want to fill heads with.
All right. So in order, just you all are asking for somebody who's can scry. It's gonna cost you like 1,000 gold to do it, because that's how much like the spell costs to do.
oof.
So they'll gladly like give you a tab until you get your paid, but otherwise you're gonna pay that.
Wait, no, the spell doesn't cost that. You just have to have something that's worth at least 1,000 gold. It isn't consumed by the spell.
Oh.
It just says a focus worth at least 1,000 GP, such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a fund filling with holy water. It doesn't say consumed.
No, it does not say consumed. You are right. All right. Well, with that, yes.
I mean, they're probably still gonna want some kind of.
They're gonna want payment, just not
They'll
that.
want some payment, but we won't give them 1,000. It's not for our town, people.
Yeah.
Like, this is your town you're saving.
You want to die?
Yeah, they still will charge you, but yeah, not to that high amount. All right. Anything you all want to do while you wait for person to show up? Someone to show up?
Well, I don't need to be here for him to do that. I can just go. I'm gonna go find Sakharin with the body.
Yeah, talk to Sakharin for me, will you? And I don't think we even used his. We did use his thing.
We did.
I don't think we used all of them that we had.
No, just the one, because it didn't work.
I still have one. Yeah, we still have 2.
That's good. Who was the one who used it? Was it me?
I think it
You.
was, yeah, because you were closest, and you did try to do a hand grenade thing, from what I
Yeah.
remember.
I tried to do it on her while she was in her mech.
I know
Yeah.
I was gonna try, but I didn't get my chance.
Mm.
That's alright. It would have been wasted anyway because it just absorbed magic. So it's good that you didn't.
All right, so give him a report, Sergeant Herrick.
No, my name is Herrick. What is Sergeant?
I'm sorry, I thought we did already explain this. You're a military man now.
I'll go find scared.
I'll go with.
Okay.
Explain to him about the sergeant thing. Commander.
Oh, I'll try to explain it to him on the way there.
I trust you.
Well, first I go find the body and just like get it to him. Unless
you don't like they'll get it to wherever they keep dead bodies for research. And this,
Cool.
yeah, it's a facility. It's got a place for them. You don't have to go do it yourself.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do whatever gets Saccharin in the same room as the body.
Okay, so that means you have to find Saccharin.
Yes.
Yeah, who is probably at a shop because he doesn't work for the military. Like he's just contracting out for them. So he's not like this isn't
go
where he
find him.
works. Yeah, so you'd have to go into the city, probably to a shop to find him.
That's what I'll do.
Usually where he'd be. Alrighty, so you go while you wait for scrying. You go down and head down to the city, back down to the windows. Saccharin is he's in a shop. Lydia is there, and they seem to just be having a
Does the shop have windows?
It does have windows now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got his windows fixed. So you get, he sees you, greets you. It's like, oh, hey, hi, Herrick. How did my inventions work? Did they work out well?
They worked, but we didn't get much use out of them. Sadly, the thing we used them on was able to counteract them.
Oh, I see. That must have been quite the construct you were facing.
Well, you can come take a look at her yourself. We killed her and have her body.
He kind of you notice that he turns kind of pale. Like I'm not you said was this the human construct?
Yes, this was the half construct. Her legs appears to be replaced with mechanicals. She was quite fast.
I mean, I get. I'm very good with constructs, but human anatomy is quite a thing. You just hold on 1 second.
Oh, was that R&D in character? Oh no, it was actually him.
No, I think that was his alarm.
Which cat do you think it is?
No, if it was the cat, he would have like not muted himself. He would just have said like get off of here, buddy.
Muffin, I was joking.
I know.
Sorry about that. Timer was going.
Yeah, you had to explain it anyway.
Yeah.
Can't help myself.
No worries.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I'm not like humans.
We aren't. I'll take care of the anatomy.
Okay.
We need you to look at the legs. They might give us clues about our enemies, and you might potentially gain some knowledge from them.
Okay. I can go take a look. Let me. There's a doctor in town. I think good friend of mine. I think he'd be much. I think I need his. I think I need his advice.
Makes sense.
Yes. So where exactly did you leave her?
She's in the experimental morgue. I don't know what it's called.
You described like the, it's in the military out, not the guard post, pretty much.
The science morgue.
Yeah.
The science morgue.
The science morgue.
The morgue, where all the science happens to all the morgues.
Well, thank you, Herrick, for the information. I'll grab my friend and I'll swing by later. No, maybe tomorrow. It's getting rather late, and I do have a date with Lydia tonight.
Aww.
Brown chicka brown brown.
But
No worries.
But I'll be there bright and early tomorrow morning.
He isn't going anywhere.
So you say.
We keep saying that.
You
Stop
say these
saying
things.
that.
Even if she wakes back up, she's not going anywhere. She's in the middle of
Zombies do exist here.
She's in the middle of a military encampment. She's not fucking going anywhere.
Muffin, you don't know that.
Do we need to make sure that this body is strapped down? I trust
No,
no.
Harry is gonna keep guard on her.
All right,
Keep going.
good.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you, Herrick? All right.
Thank you.
I'm glad things worked out. Thanks for everything.
Thanks for your help.
So while Herrick is having that conversation, you do have a small, gnomish woman, older looking gnomish woman with gray hair come by your office. Hello.
Hello. Come on in.
Hi.
That was
Hi.
some very faint knocking.
Yes. Sorry. I was. Yeah. There we go.
She's an old gnome. Like,
It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Hey, nice to meet you, Miss
Leah Brady.
Oh, hi, Leah Brady. We were wondering if you could do some scrying for us.
Oh yes. I can do that. May I will let you know my fee is 100 gold per person.
Can you put it on my tab until we get paid by the city?
Oh yes, of course. And she takes out a little book and writes down. And what is the name of your company?
LDE Ltd.
What an interesting name. Very well. How many individuals would you like me to scry?
Well, let's see. Let's start with one and see how that goes.
Very well. So.
See, I've got to still be in the guise of that first. I didn't think.
Yeah,
so I've been
do.
Here in that guise for the solid hour.
Pretty much, because you need to, if you want to make it, because she doesn't actually know this person.
Right. So like
with
this,
her doing it, you don't get the
like.
Okay. So she has to. So which one are you? Or who are you? You have a lot of individuals. So which one did you pick?
I picked the one who went after the one we met first. The lady we met
Stretchy.
first.
The one with the noodly arms?
Noodly arms lady.
Noodly arms
start with
lady.
her.
Okay.
Mrs. Long Arms.
Mrs. Longer. By the way, and I think men here told you this, but her name is Morgan.
Yeah, we do know her name.
Feel free to keep calling her
Morgan.
noodly arm lady, but her name is Morgan.
Her name is Morgan, and she has noodly arms.
All right, so she
Hard to miss her.
Literally made out of pasta.
No, there can only be one.
All right, so she's got to do a save for that.
Alright.
Do you want a cookie?
How good are you, wizard lady? Well, no, she gets a -2 to this because you got a picture. So then, okay, yeah, totally 100% fails that. So, obviously you can't. Wizard lady here can see everything and hear everything, but you can't. So you see her sit down in one of the chairs in your office and close her eyes, and you see her being surrounded by magical energy as and then she opens her eyes back up again, and they're kind of they look like they're missing their the pupils, and it's just the whites of her eyes, and she starts describing more or less what she sees. I see I see her. She's with a woman, an elf. They seem to be in a cave somewhere.
Drow elf or
No, she looks like an overworld elf. Very young looking, very beautiful elf. It seems to be just the two of them in a well-decorated cave. It is a cave, but there seems to be books, shelves of books around, and a desk, some sort of like study.
is does the beautiful elf woman have black hair?
No. Oh wow. What color hair do you have? Give me 1 second, because I don't remember her description.
Okay.
I believe you have met her, so.
Yeah, I think I know who it is.
I only care if it's this person I almost killed.
Or rather, men here would know who it is.
Yeah, men here would definitely know. Where did I put your picture? She's got white. Describes her as having white, silverish hair. I believe so. I just don't remember her description, and I don't have a picture anymore.
So I'll write down. I'll have her describe her, and I'll write down.
I mean, Felix from the description recognizes as Alia, the elf that you saved multiple times and got killed multiple times.
Oh, from the time loop.
Yes.
Darn time looper.
Remember, men here met both of them.
Yeah, men here did meet her while he was captured. Yeah. Did men here ever tell them what?
Yeah, he would. He would.
Okay. Yeah. So men here did explain to you that it was Alia that gave men here the scroll to be able to do the sending spell. Yeah. To talk to you.
That's sending message. Yeah.
Can you hear what they are saying?
They appear to be talking about using a gate to send that they received a message that Slinton has been defended. They are debating whether they should send more troops or stop the troops that they have. It appears that the woman with the white hair and the noodly arms that you described to me, she wants to push forward, but the elf is arguing that they should retreat.
Mm-hmm. How long can you wait?
I think this is 10 minutes. No, it takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So, can you just report whatever you see for the next 10 minutes? Hopefully they make up their mind before. I doubt it, but with my luck, we'll see what we can do.
Very well. And she sits there and kind of in silence, and every once in a while murmurs, "Oh, that's a good point. Well, I don't know about that."
I like her.
And then she says, "Oh, They're moving. They said they're gonna go see someone, Persimmon. And they're moving down the caves. And then all of a sudden she just kind of falls over. Faints.
Uh-oh. Tavares!
Yes, hello.
The old
Yeah.
lady fell down.
Okay, I'll run over and see if I can, a medicine check on her to see if I can
do
identify
medicine.
if she's just unconscious or if she fainted or something. Fingers crossed. Oh, no idea. She's passed out. I can't tell.
She's not dead. You can
Yeah.
tell that much.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
You don't need a really high medicine check to tell if someone is dead or not. She's unconscious.
Yeah, but we don't know why.
Sure. You don't know why, but she's not dead. The kind of that glow, magic-y glow thing that she had before, is gone. And she just seems to be out cold at the moment.
Let's see. Can I look around her place for any smelling salts? She keep around
In your office?
in her office.
This is your office.
Oh, our office.
Yeah, this-
We
yeah.
Do you
probably
keep
don't
smelling salt in your office?
I
No.
don't think we do.
I mean, do any of us faint often?
No.
We're not big fainters.
Maybe just make her comfortable and see if she comes around.
Yeah, your office does have a nice little couch in it that you can
Okay.
lay her down.
Okay. Can do that.
Yeah. You keep an eye on her. It doesn't take too long before you kind of see her start stirring and open her eyes. Her pupils are back. Her eyes are looking like normal. No. And she opens her eyes and just kind of looks at you and is like, oh, I've never had that happen to me. Oh, I'm so tired.
What exactly is that?
You're not here.
You're not there. You're with Herrick.
Oh,
Yeah.
you confused me because when Herrick was talking to Saccharin, I was never acknowledged. So I was like, did I go? Did I not go?
Oh, that's
I don't even
true.
know where I am right now. Am I a ghost?
You're a ghost. You are.
You are the rogue.
I am the rogue. I am
You are
everywhere.
hanging around with
I am
Herrick.
everywhere and nowhere.
So what was
I'm
the
busy,
that
I'm
that
busy
never
looking
happened?
at lizard booty. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, I don't. I've never had this happen. Oh, I believe. Trying to think. It's possible that they left the plane of existence that we're on. And my connection got severed so quickly that it just drained all my energy.
Oh, honey. Oh, here, let's get you some tea. Sit you down. I sit her down. I get some tea. Or really, I yell for someone to.
Yeah.
I yell out the door like, "We need tea here."
I need 10 cc's of tea.
10
much.
cc's of tea.
Not actually a lot
Yeah.
of tea. It's like half a cup.
Penelope comes by with some tea for you all.
What about cheese?
She brings you a lovely white tea. It's even got
Tea.
yeah, it's got a
I
white
thought
tea.
you said cheese.
No, white tea. It's even got as she brings it out and she's got her little teapot. It's got what looks like a flower kind of inside the teapot when she pours the hot water in to make your white tea. It's very nice and soothing and calming. You do see some of the color come back to Leah as she rests up. Oh, I don't believe that caused any permanent harm, but it really was quite a jolt there.
Of course. We had no idea it would be dangerous. I'm sorry to have exposed you to that. These people are the worst. They're the pits.
Yes. I don't. I
They're
did
worse
not
than the
see them.
pits.
I did not see them do anything to travel into a new plane, but that's the only explanation I have. They traveled to. They moved. They're no longer on this plane.
They might be on a different time period on this plane.
They love to do that. It's so obnoxious.
That is possible.
Wow.
Fuck time travel.
So, you need to go and recover before you can look at anyone else, I'm assuming?
I believe after I finish my tea, we should be able to continue.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know no permanent harm was done. It's at my old age, dearie. I can't quite do the same things I used to.
Oh. Yeah, old people are icky. Okay.
That was said without
She said
Eslee
in
or
her
Herrick
head.
there.
She said in her mind. In her mind, she's like, old people are icky. I don't know.
Yeah, so she sits just kind of in she gives you a few more details about their conversation regarding whether they should send reinforcements or not. Morgan seems to want to please Persimmon. Like often we got to do it for him. This is to do it. Leah seems just concerned about how many humans are dying in this pursuit that is happening. And so she seems to want to spare humans, but Morgan is like, whatever. We gotta get in. They do say things like, that's where they are, we gotta get into the city.
It's where they are.
Yes.
Are we the they?
Pretty good assumption.
Well, if that's the case, then we're endangering the city by staying here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mosey pretty soon.
I joined a really good group.
Yeah. To be fair, you seem to endanger every city you go to. So.
It's not our fault. It's these people that follow us around. They're so obsessive.
Well, at least it distracts from me.
They just want scrags.
Yeah, well, I don't have scrags.
And we would gladly give them scrags.
Yes.
We would totally stab him in the back at this point.
I do love that this adventure entirely happened because Jess left.
Yeah.
That is my favorite part.
Yeah.
Darn you, Jess.
Well, it also happened because Men here decided to be like, could we follow his programming and not run away too?
All right, I don't know. I think we need like I mean, if you want to do some more scrying, but I think we need a confab on whether or not it makes sense to endanger people just by staying here. I mean, we thought we were defending the city. Thing is, the city is defending us.
Well, sort of and not. I mean, we did. The thing is,
Yeah,
they won't necessarily know we're not here.
Unless we make it obvious.
Mm.
and it depends if we leave. If where am I anyway?
At this point, you can, like, with the resting and whatnots that needs to happen before Leah can do another scrying, and her time being unconscious and whatnots, you can be back with you and Herrick, unless Herrick wants to go to the morgue laboratory.
I'm going to the morgue, the science morgue, to
Yeah, so it's up to
keep an eye on the body.
Okay, so I know where I am then.
Yeah,
I'll just shut my mouth.
Yeah, so you can be there unless you want to go back to your office.
I'll be there. I'm curious about this body.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to find anything out till tomorrow morning because it's just going to.
Oh, so he's just going to guard it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
going to
Eric
guard
wants to
it.
do at the moment.
Okay, yeah, she's going to go back to the office.
Yeah. So yeah, by the time all of this has happened, and like Felix and Shavaris kind of give you the lowdown before your next.
Now
scrying,
that I
so.
know where I am, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. I had a really good thought, and it's gone now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
I remember the thought.
okay.
As soon as someone else starts talking, I remember.
That's all right.
Oh gosh, now I'm starting to forget it again. Oh,
All right, well, jump it out. Come on, say it out. No.
Okay, so who's to say that if we do leave, and the reason why that they're attacking is because of us, that they won't attack the city anyway without us here?
True.
Well, they
Finally
came
got
the
that out of my
first time.
mouth.
The first time they came because they wanted a piece of equipment, and
They wanted gnomes. They wanted artificer gnomes.
yes,
They had a bunch of gnomes all ready to go. Saccharin was with them. And as I think at some point one of the your other prisoners explained that they're pretty much using the gnomes to make their constructs to take over the surface, and are now, that's why he knows they're down here.
So,
However, you have seen that some of them seem to be acting by different motives.
well, I mean, if we know that the siege machinery, if we think it's coming, we could just kick them in the ass and at least take out a few more of their things, and then maybe try to raid their construction facility for their constructs.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think it's getting high time we took the fight to them. Don't you think?
Yeah, we're pretty good on defense, and we're pretty good at sneaking around and doing ambushes and stuff. But
Sneak.
yeah, I think being a bit more aggressive and stopping these things so we don't have to fight them also sounds good. And we have Saccharin's anti-magic things as well. So
I will point out and remind you, even though I'm not here, but Menhir's spirit is that the reason you came here was to get Saccharin back.
I have not forgotten that. Like, I'm still planning on taking Saccharin back. Like, we need to get Menhir. We need to get Saccharin back and fix Menhir. And we haven't
forgotten about your child.
We have not forgotten about Menhir at all.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
That's all right. I get it. So yes, you would have told us that we have to wait till tomorrow in any case, right?
Yeah.
The Menhir.
He's got that information for you.
Yeah.
It's like that Saccharin guy, he's flaky.
does what he wants to do.
So
Well, he's not as reliable as you, so you're the better gnome.
Well, thank
Can't find a better no. All right. Yeah. So
That's
should we
your thing
scry on
song.
the scry on the kingy guy, or more of the baddie ladies?
I don't want to hurt her. So they said that they were going to go talk to Suleiman?
Persimmon.
Persimmon. And who? What?
Blue.
Okay. So we don't need to try a blue. Let's see. Yeah, I guess.
Probably also a bad idea.
Let's go to the other lady. So we give him the full.
Is the other lady the one I almost killed?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But we need to figure out how to give a good description.
Yeah, without a picture or a likeness, you're pretty much gonna get like a
Etsily,
+5 to her.
Oh yeah. Do you have still have her blood on your stagger by any chance? I mean, if we have their hair.
I don't know. I mean, I could check on myself.
A week ago.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could probably describe her pretty well since I was all up in there stabbing the crap out of her.
If you want to go grab Herrick just switch off with him, he can change to look like her.
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
Okay.
And I trap my way down. Herrick.
Mm.
They need you up in the office. I'll stand guard for you.
Okay. I go up there.
Cool. All right. Yeah. If do you have the spell slots to be able to disguise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have disguise self, and I have spell slots for.
Okay. So you're gonna turn into the dark-haired lady this time.
Yes.
Who also has a name, Claire. Claire was her name. I think somebody told you at some point.
Yes, somebody. Now that you say Claire.
Yeah, I think one of your prisoners told you her name was Claire.
Yeah, they did.
So that is Claire. So you do know her name and you know what she looks like. For Claire, sorry, I gotta pull her up here just a second so that I could get a better idea what she's doing. All right. So again, Leah goes and sits on your couch, your nice couch, and closes her eyes. And energy starts to envelop her body and opens her eyes to that pupilless eyes and starts to describe what she sees. And she's like, "Oh yes, I see the pretty young lady. She appears to be in some sort of cart. She seems to be traveling. I can hear wheels moving. Like water nearby. Maybe a stream or a river.
Is she in the Underdark?
It appears so. That I don't see. Doesn't look like there's sunlight.
Okay.
But it's from what I can see, it's very hard to. The Underdark all looks more or less the same until you get to big cities. So it's. I can't give you a position. But she does appear to be alone.
Alone in a cart.
Can you describe the cart? Does it look like it's a fancy carriage kind of thing? Does she look like she's in the back of a cart because she's been arrested for something?
She's not tied up. It appears like one of the carts that the humans make. It's larger, made for humans, not gnomes, not our smaller gnome carts. It does. I hear a sound that I don't often hear in the Underdark. Almost like what are those creatures you call? They have 4 legs. You have them on the surface.
A horse?
They go yes, a horse.
Cows?
Horse.
It's being pulled by cows?
Horse, not a cow.
No, but yeah.
Who's a cow?
I said cow.
Okay, no, not a cow. Definitely a horse.
Do you have a lot of horses in the Underdark?
No, they do not. Horses are not. They do not like the Underdark. It's very difficult terrain for them. So if she's on a horse, she must be somewhere near the surface. It cannot be this far down. There's no real way for a horse to make it this far down into the Underdark.
So it's almost like she's making her way out of the Underdark. I'm not even here.
No.
Oh my gosh, pumpkin.
And let's see. All right. So. And is there anything else in the cart, or is it just her in the cart? Is it an empty cart?
It appears she's got some books, some spell components, but that seems to be about it. Notebooks, nothing stands out besides that.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for that. And are you aware of their king?
No, I do not. I do not know what the human kingdoms are like.
And I don't know what he looks like either. So
No.
Well, him we can probably explain at great length, and we know his name, obviously.
You do know his name.
So I give his name, and I give a full description.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, she rolled really well. Or he rolled really well. Sorry, that was his roll. So again, you see the energy surround her for a second. Sorry, I'm reading something here. She opens her eyes again and says, "Oh, it appears that I would need more information to be able to successfully find him. That is unfortunately, while your description is very detailed, it is far too vague for me."
I understand. All these humans look alike anyway. Thank you for trying. We'll see what we can do from here. But that has been good information. And yeah, now we all have to, I guess we all have to go sit and watch the body if we're going to talk together, right?
Probably, if that's what work is going to be determined to be, yes.
Yeah, so let's all go sit and hang out with the dead lady and talk.
Wee.
Whoa.
Yeah, you all you kind of get a little bit. Herrick didn't really get much of a VIP treatment because he just wanted to go see the body, but you do have gnomes who are very excited to have you here and want to show off like the rest of the lab, pretty much. They have all sorts of toys and gadgets they want to show you. So.
I'd let them take me on a full tour.
Oh,
I'm very impressed.
So it takes you a while, but they show you, some. The coolest thing you see is they have what to your modern eye kind of looks like a cannon, but rather than using gunpowder and a cannonball, it seems to shoot some sort of arcane, like it seems to use arcane magic to more or less shoot different kinds of things. One of them kind of turns it into a big flamethrower. Which as an artificer, you probably know what that is.
I do, but I probably haven't actually seen it before, and this is my first encounter with it.
Yeah, so
I'm taking notes in my head.
One of those, and so it can they kind of show you that they can change it to shoot out different kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So they show you some, all sorts of. They also do show you that they can. Since you brought the lady, that they can do. They can replace limbs, so they do show you like an arm with like a blade in it. That they say they use for some of the soldiers that once if they lose a limb they can replace it, but it's nowhere near as powerful as whatever this lady is using. But they have kind of they can do something similar but not quite to the same extent. The idea of like switching out your whole like two of your legs is just, that's a lot. It's a bit much. But otherwise, yeah, they show you more kind of artificer toys that they have hanging around. They even have a dog, which doesn't look looks different, but you kind of remember the kind of reminds you of the dog that Maxim had. Which I think Felix fought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Felix fought up at the surface. I think Felix, you bumped you. It was trying to bite you.
Darn thing. These things have a.
Yes. I know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you both I think both saw it. So it reminds you a whole lot of that creature that you already fought.
So I spend a lot of time just talking about the gnomish courage and ingenuity and how wonderful everybody is, and the heroism, and then I'm like, I need to talk to my people for a few minutes. If you can.
Yeah, with
You
all
don't
this
mind.
tech stuff and technology for Shavaris is like a boomer in an eye store. So like, this is just shiny things. I don't get any of this.
Ooh, so shiny.
Drew it in a Apple store.
Yeah, basically.
So I guess we make sure everybody is completely up to date on everything. So whatever people weren't in the room for, we're all telling them.
Right.
First off, now we have to decide what we're gonna do. I don't want to stay here if that's going to get this place attacked more.
Yeah.
And then again, who's to say that they won't get attacked anyway if we do leave?
Well, she wanted that one thing from Sakrin and she got it. We need to get back and have our friend fixed.
I mean, one idea.
Okay. I hope it's a good one. If there's only
I like
one,
ideas.
I hope it's a good one.
We have some prisoners.
Buddy wants to. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think we let one of them go to go tell them that we're not here. Greg's is not with us. And
Possibly.
as we're leaving, and obviously we're not going to tell them we're going, but we're leaving the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that they need to get out of here so that we can not have to deal with them anymore.
Well, we would have to choose one of the higher ups prisoners. Otherwise, they might not be able to make it out of the Underdark or make it somewhere in the Underdark they need to be.
The mage was listening to us. He was aware that we were being honest.
Yep. That's true. And we could accidentally let him go. I mean, we could let him loose. That would be suspicious. Or we could say we're going to take you somewhere and feint that we're going in one direction and then let him escape.
I think we should have discussed this with the city, with Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could also
in lying to him.
We could also give the city tips on how to better protect themselves.
The anti-magic pulse grenades presumably work on the constructs that aren't the weird half constructs.
And with them examining that body.
And now that Sakrin knows how to make them, he can presumably tell other artificers. They might be able to make an army of anti-magic, an army specifically designed to handle any constructs coming their way.
Well, we're taking Sakrin with us.
Yeah, but he can he can blueprints. He can probably leave that kind of knowledge.
I mean, theoretically, if I'm an artificer now, maybe he could train me to be able to do it myself. Is this a high-level artificer thing? We'll have to ask.
Yeah.
If it's a high-level thing, I don't feel confident.
In here?
Yeah.
We gotta guess that's probably a pretty high level.
Yeah.
I mean, we had an artificer like at there. We had an alchemist, so
that's true.
Yeah.
True.
We probably need someone who specializes in constructions.
Well,
just to remind you, one thing is that the ring that Claire stole was the ring on that Sakrin made. That.
Yeah, she has presumably gone back in time to put it on men here.
Yeah, I can't handle all this time warp stuff. I can't even start with it. So I'm gonna have to just take him, I guess, and we'll just see what happens when we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's the best course of action here. That's why I'm not piping up more.
I think they will know if we leave. They knew we were here. They knew we were headed here, despite the fact that we told basically no one.
Well, I mean, they came
Or at
for
least
the
now
ring.
they know.
Yeah, they came for the ring the first time. Not entirely sure why they attacked the city, because we hadn't even gotten there yet.
True.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I had it wrong. Like they didn't attack the city because of us.
Yeah.
Remember to think fourth dimensionally about why they might know where you are.
Oh, because it already happened? Or they can move around through time. They knew we were on our way to get it? Which means maybe they know we're going to be on our way to go back to
This
Menhir.
time travel stuff is just bullshit.
All this messing with time, I'm not an expert, but it's not a good idea to keep doing that. Running back and forth in time, it's changing things that have already happened. It's a terrible idea. You should never do that.
Well, I don't feel comfortable. I mean, if they are going to attack the city, I don't feel comfortable just leaving them with a siege on its way, even if it's reinforcements.
Agreed.
Maybe we just need to go up and see if they're on their way before we go anywhere.
Well, I need a full night's sleep, and I want to see what Sakharin has to say about our friend here.
Okay. Well, yeah. So should we call it a day?
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow something will happen and it'll force our hands.
Do we have
Let's
to
make
sleep here
sure-
so that you don't get exhausted, Herrick? We all take turns looking at the dead lady.
I'll wake up.
All right.
I can't be a surprise, so like I'm assuming my alert feed also means that like even if I'm asleep. Does it actually say anything?
You can't be surprised.
Yeah, you can't be surprised. So you can't make a surprise round. So
Can't make a
I presume-
surprise round. Yeah.
yeah, so well, isn't surprise round isn't the thing 5e, but like I can't be surprised. So like I'm gonna assume that also means like obviously if they're sneaky enough, I won't wake up. But
Yeah. The idea is that you're just super aware of what's going on.
yeah.
So I would say, yeah, they probably can't sneak up on you, as in they probably can't attack you. Like if they try to attack you while you're asleep, you'd roll initiative, and then whoever was faster would get there first. I will say that if somebody is trying to steal something or that doesn't involve you, there's nothing really saying that they can't do that while you're asleep.
Yeah, they could still stealth, for instance.
Yeah, they could still stealth their way in there, and if they, I don't
just steal something out from underneath you, you wouldn't be able to detect it.
All right.
I'm gonna clamp the hunting trap down on her, attach like make it clamp down to attach her, and then put it into the ground somewhere, on the floor somewhere. So if anyone tries to steal it, y'all will hear the chains. Like they will have to like get the trap off of her or get it out of the ground. That will make noise.
Okay. Sounds good. Do me a sleight of hand to see how well attached it is.
Sleight of hand, okay.
Yeah.
Also, Shavaros only needs 4 hours of meditation because she's fully elf.
Oh yeah. 17.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you do that. You spike it in there. To you, it looks like it's pretty solidly in there. And if somebody wants to try to get it out, they're going to either make a whole lot of noise or just not be able to get it out.
Cool.
So you are fairly confident in your ability to set this. That you set.
And I'll do so that I'll sleep in intervals, so I wake up like every 2 hours for like 10 minutes just to check.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Anyone else have anything special before they head off to bed?
No. Long rest then?
Long rest, yeah.
Unless something happens.
As far as you can tell, nothing happened to you.
In the city, I think it's a bit more difficult to
Well,
get a random encounter.
yeah. Well, I did make preparations for a reason.
Yeah. So, you guys are on the morning of day 5.
Is she still there?
Yeah, Herrick, you woke up. It was an uncomfortable sleep because you're sleeping on a very hard floor.
I have a bedroll.
You have a bed.
We just sleep straight on the floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You set up your little your bedroll and whatnots right on the right by her. Yeah, nothing. As far as you can tell, nobody came in or out or did anything.
Good.
So yeah, what is the first thing you'll want to do?
Remove the hunting trap.
Yeah, Herrick can definitely do that. That's not going to take you much.
After checking on everything, I'm going to grab Saccharin and drag him bodily if I have to over to talk to the lady and remind him that having saved his life, he's coming with me and he's going to fix men here and everything's going to be great. And I want a cart.
Oh yeah, you guys lost your cart.
She smashed it.
One got destroyed.
Oh man,
and the
I was
other
hoping
one...
someone would see my scribblings on it and go, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. One got destroyed, and the other, well, not destroyed. One of them is in Saccharin's garage.
Yeah, both cats.
Technically, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one's in Saccharin's garage. The other one you've never found.
That's smashed.
It's all.
All right. It was completely destroyed.
Yeah. I almost forgot that I wrote Esley was here and Abyssal on it.
Yeah.
Which is still gonna be on Saccharin's card.
Yep.
If he's gonna use the same card, it'll still be on that card. The other cart was stolen by Claire, so it's well, you know where it is. It's the same cart, so you know exactly where it ended up at.
Yeah.
Time travel, it's fun.
Well, at least one loop is complete now.
Yeah, the cart's back to you. You closed one hole. One hole in the space-time continuum that has been ripped open is closed.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right.
Put some duct tape over that one. That's how you fix rifts inside in space, right?
Yeah. Duct tape, maybe a pinch of super glue.
All right, so with all of this, Saccharin, he's an early riser, so he's in his shop tinkering away already with that Underdark coffee that smells like spices, hanging out, and he's he'll come over and help. He did promise he would. He was hoping, like, I hoping to go a little later this morning, but if this is urgent, I guess I can come.
Yes.
Are you like aware of what's going on around your city where you live? Is this just me that knows that you are under siege and
constantly
enemies coming in here that are very powerful?
I'm just a small shop owner.
I slap him.
Am I there to see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I'm there because Esley would be laughing her butt off.
Oh, poor Saccharin.
I'm like, get it together. God.
Yeah, he's not the
and honestly,
it
is his contraption that got us.
Yeah, but he's also now directly involved. Like he's been directly involved for the moment he stepped foot inside that temple.
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, now you all got him. All right. He follows you kind of His cheek is red, and he kind of he tries to hide it, but you do see like a little tear, like tears kind of rolling over in his eyes. And her hurt. It hurt him.
Shavaris, go kiss his boo boo. I can't stop stabbing a man like this. It's ridiculous.
All right. So as we're walking to the
Estily is trying to suppress laughter.
Yeah, as we're walking toward the morgue, Shavaris will walk in the back. Like it's gonna be Felix striding forward, and then Etzli giggling. And Herrick, I take it, is still with the body, and I'll be with him, just sort of like I'll give him some like guidance, some like nature calm, just to sort of center him.
You're a yogi now.
Yeah, I'm a therapist.
Yeah, you do see he kind of you see him well before you could see he was taking very deep breaths and sighs and just kind of looked anxious. You with your cleric goodness, he's not cleric, druid goodness. Yeah. He is starting to calm down a little bit. Seems a little bit more centered.
Like,
I'm muttering to Esley about how men are just such babies.
She's still on a bit of a battle high. She's saving a whole city here. You can just go with it. She's making sure your shop doesn't burn down. That's what she cares about you, really.
I think Felix and Estly are going to be good friends.
Yeah, you walk mostly in silence with just Shavaris consoling Saccharin to the research lab morgue area, and as you get there, Herrick is there guarding the body. Nothing has changed with the body.
Well, it now has like you can see that where the trap has been placed on it, and there's also like a big hole in the floor.
Yeah. Besides that bit.
Yeah.
Herrick is a bit paranoid. We just, you know how it is.
Mm-hmm. You did as you get there, and Saccharin kind of looks at Harry. It's like still not good at human biology.
Oh my god. Weren't you gonna go talk to your doctor friend? Where is he?
Yes.
We'll go fetch him.
He's probably waking up. He said he'd meet me here at 9. So
can you get started before 9, just on the technical stuff, and then you can do the organic stuff later?
Yes.
What time is it now?
It's 8. Got about an hour for him to show up. Yeah, I can start. I'll
Yeah, we'll cover up the corpse part of it, so it's just the legs.
No, I'll do my best to, like, if he has any questions about anatomy. Like, Herrick probably knows like some basic anatomy, considering he's
I don't think he wants to look at a dead body. I think I'm just going to cover up the organic part and just let him look at the tech stuff.
Yeah, I think Shavaris, it's he's making excuses to not cut open a body. Like, he's not. Yeah, Shavaris has the right idea. It's less about not knowing and more
Herrick
about
wants
not
all the
wanting to.
excuses to cut the body.
Herrick just shakes his head.
Yeah, just drapes over like a sheet that she finds, a lab coat or whatever. 3 of them if they're gnome ones.
You would need 3. She's a rather tall lady. Now that you have her and she's not trying to beat the shit out of you, she's a tall lady. Like, when she was standing, she was easily taller than Herrick. And nothing but muscle. Like, she is all muscle all the way. Like, good old 6-pack and just beefed up. She hits the day. She only skips leg day, and there's a good reason for that.
But she doesn't need to. I'm still
all
not
that
sure.
time wasted in the gym.
Is it her entire legs, or I had my impression was that it was like from the knees down.
No, it's her leg. Like, it's up to her thigh. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like, it's her legs. Are switched out. Like, think of a Barbie doll. You just pull off the legs and you put in metal ones.
Okay, so it's her hip joint has been replaced too. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And there's probably, without cutting her open, you don't know what other bits have been replaced. That's the obvious bit that's been replaced. So obviously the legs are replaced.
Okay.
Other bits you're gonna have to wait for
Yes.
Dr. Ross. That's his name. Dr. Ross to show up and help out with the other bits. He starts. So Saccharin sits there. He takes out. He brought his bag of tinker tools and kind of mumbles to himself as he goes through. Looks at the legs. He seems very cautious about taking anything apart and just kind of wants to look at the outside at the moment. And he is going to roll a thing to see how well he does the first time around.
Yeah.
The thing that he does really well. Okay, so it takes him a while. You'll sit around and watch him work diligently. By the time he's finished, you do hear you do get one of the other kind of lab lackeys come by, assistants come by and let you know that there's a Dr. Ross at the front gate.
Yes, please let him in.
Said you needed him.
Yep, please show him in.
So they'll show him in. Well, while you wait, Saccharin starts explaining. So it appears that the legs are only half of, how do you put it? Half of the mechanism. They are made to their main purpose seems to be to make the user fast. But there doesn't seem to be a how do you call it, a place to store energy. It just seems to expend energy but not store it. I believe there must probably another piece that was able to store the energy so that it would make the user senses extra fast and able to move quickly. There also seems to be some sort of way that the legs allow the user to teleport short distances, as well as a small defense mechanism where it appears that lightning comes off of it. So all of it is seems to just be to make the user very, very fast.
Well, that fits.
Mechanical terms, it casts haste.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why your grenade didn't work?
When did you throw the grenade? I forget. Was she still wearing her armor or not?
She's still wearing the armor.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I was gonna test it out after the armor was off.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the chance.
Yeah. The armor did get brought with, like, it's here, but he hasn't looked at the armor.
Okay.
That's next.
Yeah. So I don't know why it wouldn't work. It should have worked at least on the legs. Obviously the human part would not have been affected. But the legs sort of seized up and would have made it impossible for her to move.
If we would have done it after the magic absorption effect.
Or just not use magic on her and just beat her up in
Just beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, maybe you need to look at the armor that she was wearing.
Yes. I can do that while and as he's talking, Dr. Ross walks in. Oh, what do we have here? What a large specimen this is. Hello. I'm just sorry. Introductions. I'm Dr. Ross. I believe Saccharin asked me to come here. What is it that I can do for you?
Well, this is what we thought. This person with the attachments, and we were just trying to figure out the technology here. How is it attached? What is it doing? How is it working with her physiology? And of course, I bite my tongue not to say this guy's such a big baby he can't look at it. And I say, he feels that your expertise is
Needed.
needed to understand that aspect.
Oh yes, very well. That's a very good thing. Thanks for calling me. This will be a very interesting specimen to study.
Eric takes a step closer as he steps up to the body.
May I help you?
He's
Calm
just
down,
very
Eric.
interested.
He's interested in anatomy, but in a different way.
Oh,
Not a sexual way.
Good.
very well. Well, I do not need an assistant at the moment. So if you don't mind, right. So you can roll me an Arcana with advantage because it's you and Saccharin.
Okay.
You're gonna look at the armor. This guy is gonna do some medicine stuff. He does pretty well.
He might does he have a I don't have a proficiency in Arcana. Does he?
Oh, probably. He's an artificer.
All right. So can he add his proficiency?
Yeah, so
28. Or
oh,
whatever.
yeah, it's fine. That's way more than enough. Okay. So it takes him a while. Herrick, this is fascinating.
Yeah, I was about to say, do I learn anything?
I'm watching as well.
You are besides how fucking cool it is. You're very impressed by Dr. Ross. Like his cuts are very precise and quick, and he is very efficient with his scalpels. You're also fascinated by the fact that he's using much smaller knives than what you use. You use like daggers to do this shit.
Yeah.
He's got like little scalpels, and it's amazing how much flesh these little things can tear open. Dr. Ross is not shy at all about digging right in. The thing that you notice is that unlike other humany things that you're used to tearing apart and making things out of, you've never seen this kind of like the muscles are all in the right spot. Like nothing's in the wrong spot, but it's almost like there's these blue glowing roots that are growing throughout the whole body.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you do that, whatever. So this seems to be that like of course Dr. Ross notices these and sits there and follows one of the roots that goes pretty much to her spine and then down to where the legs connect to the rest of her. Yeah, and it's very much
cut her in half.
Yeah. Very much so reminiscent. I don't think you. No, I don't know. I think you were there, Herrick. Yeah, to the way that.
Yeah, we were all.
Menhirs.
Etzli wasn't there, but Herrick was because he teamed up with them by the time they got their Menhir back.
So yeah, this very much looks like the description that Shavaris gave you of Menhirs of Twig, and how the roots were entangled.
Do I learn anything useful from like I would be able to use in the future?
Not really, because like the only new thing is this weird arcane shit. But as far as biology is concerned, like the biology is the same.
Technique or anything? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. No, I mean it's impressive. If you ever wanted to practice using like little knives, you could certainly like sit around and practice using little knives. They seem really cool. But you need some practice to be able to.
Well,
you now know that you can use tiny knives to make really big cuts.
Yeah, they probably won't let us be making anything like.
Yeah, no. So that's what you've learned. You learned that tiny knives can also cut.
Yay!
Yay, tiny knives.
And as far as Felix and Saccharin learn, you learn that this, as Saccharin describes it, it's kind of like a battery. It absorbs arcane energy, and it also seems to have kind of like a surge protection, where if it absorbs too much, it just shoots it out again. Which is how it was probably able to redirect your magic. it just absorbs it and just sends it right back. Pretty much casting the same spell, but using the armor as it. As the energy built up, it then transferred all the energy into the legs, which allowed the user to move really quick. The armor is also super duper heavy. Like there's a reason that this woman was super muscular. Like she needed to lift a lot to be able to even move in this armor. Which is kind of something that you noticed during your fight when she was wearing armor, is that even though she hit hard, she hit very slow. Like it just hurt because she was hitting you with a big piece of steel more than because she was actually like moving quickly. And that was one of the one of the downsides of the big armor, is that it was very protective and it could protect her from magic attacks and things like that. But in exchange, it limited her movement a whole lot.
Was it able to protect from physical attacks?
Yes. Yeah. Even he says that if Saccharin kind of explains that if you had hit him with any old sword, they probably wouldn't even made a dent in it. So she was pretty much immune to the bludgeoning, stab piercing, slashing damage.
Well, there must be something that this is susceptible to then.
I mean, like lightning? Would that have overloaded the system?
I'm pretty sure that if she could only use the overcharge the system every few seconds. So if you had multiple spells go on, she could probably only pick one to absorb. The other one more than likely would have hit her at full force. Part of the problem is that while it absorbs magic. So if she was hit with magic while she was redirecting magic, it would have gone straight through the armor and potentially overloaded the whole system. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you.
I do believe though.
Hey, Scaredy.
Yes.
Can you come and take a look at these blue weird things?
You see the color in him just disappear.
I'm sorry. What were you
Estily's gonna laugh
before you go over there? I'm sure I don't want to keep you, but what were you about to say?
What was I about to say?
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I just
Something. I already forgot.
It's all right.
I think it was about
I
the
know
kind
how
of
that
damage
feels.
she takes or something.
Yeah, something like
It was
that.
on the...
Oh, a weakness in the armor.
Yeah.
Ask
I
about
think that
was really it.
lightning did it.
Okay.
It can't really absorb two things at once. It would probably struggle to do that, and it probably would have hurt
Okay.
to have tried. And that she was also really, really slow.
Yeah.
When in the armor, so probably wouldn't take physical damage, but in magic damage would have been reduced unless it was a spell, and those could potentially overcharge the thing.
I see. All right.
Now remember, the anti-magic grenades things probably would have worked on the armor. More than likely it didn't work because she absorbed the spell and then sent it back. But if it had been the second spell, it would have worked.
Okay.
It was because it was the first spell that it failed, not because she was immune to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Mechanically, she used her reaction, and then
Yeah.
if she would have been attacked a second time, you could have used it the second time. So really, only the first spell is the one that she can counteract.
All right, that's all good to know. Hey, any chance you can get the armor working again?
I mean, it still works now. There's nothing. It's not damaged. I don't know anybody who'd be willing to wear it. It's heavy. Just look at her.
How heavy?
She's a big lady. How heavy? Her strength is 28. And she could move, and her speed was 20 because of it.
Wow.
So
Yeah, no,
Eric is not wearing that.
Yeah, no. Damn it, that would have been cool. Like,
Yeah, no,
like the mega lizard.
Yeah, and I'm
Mega
sure
lizard.
the legs probably help support some of that weight,
Mm-hmm.
and whatnots, and but you need a lot to be able to find somebody.
Would 20 be enough?
Would 20 be enough? Without metal legs, probably not.
What about stone legs?
What about stone legs?
Can we put men here in it?
Can we put men here in it?
I mean, it would mean he can't. Like,
It's
he
not
would
built for his
lose-
dimensions, though, is it? It's more
No,
humanoid.
I mean it's
True.
built for lady dimensions. A
Yeah.
tall lady. He's small.
Yeah,
wide
that's doggy.
dude.
Yeah, he's wolf.
That would have
built.
been adorable.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Also, Menhir probably shouldn't be wearing armor considering he's barbarian.
Yeah. I
gonna
mean,
draw
so
that.
was she, which is why she was slow up until she took it off.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, metagaming. So was she.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she had to take it off and then
I
proceeded to
just,
kick your ass
like-
super quick.
Okay, fair enough. I just like the idea of Menhir in like the big stone thing with like metal armor bolted to him would be cool.
It might be possible to like backwards like reverse engineer it to fit, but this technology is incredibly advanced. Like it would take a couple hundred years before we saw anything like this.
Yeah, because they're from the future and the past.
And the
Can
present.
you guys look at
It's-
the?
Listen, do you know anything about, what do you know about time?
It flows forward.
Uh-huh,
Is it
right.
kind of a timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly kind of thing?
Oh,
I feel like we need an expert in time, like a sciencing expert in
Oh.
time.
I once read a book. What was her name? It starts with an A. She wrote a book, Alias something. She was a some sort of elf. She wrote a book. I might be able to find you the book. She was an archaeologist. She was obsessed with finding
Time gate?
I don't.
Oh,
I
no.
remember. This was hundreds of years ago, though.
Yeah.
But she did write a book. I do not believe she ever found a time gate. She disappeared.
Yeah, she found the time
If I
gate.
remember right.
She found the time gate. She found the time gate.
Oh,
Found us, and then we lost 5 years of our lives. Okay,
but her
so
books might be interesting.
That's
Yeah.
She's
true.
got one.
Yeah. Do you have it in your library at home?
I'm sure I can ask. Oh, chronomancy. That was the name of the magic. Yes, chronomancy. That's what she wanted to learn how to use. Some sort of time magic.
Mm-hmm.
are you aware of any other chronomancers?
Chronomancers. No, she was kind of considered a quack around in her day. Especially with she had some very crazy ideas and then disappeared. So everyone just assumed that she was not all quite there.
Well, she's
right.
kind of back, sort of. All right. Well, yeah, chronomancy. Okay. Do you know where we can get a copy of this book?
You can check the city library.
Oh, yeah, that's a good place to start if it's still standing.
That's still standing.
Okay.
We value our library. It was we put more extra protection on it.
Okay. All
I
right.
would still like for him to come take a look at the blue fibers.
My apologies. Yes, we interrupted.
He was stalling for
behind
time
you.
anyway.
He was stalling, yeah. Oh.
Herrick like half pushes him over to it.
He looks
Esley
very...
will be laughing her butt off.
You see him look at it and then turn away and close his eyes and then slowly open one eye and try to look back. Like, oh yes, oh I see. Okay. Yeah, I know what those are. And he kind of walks away. Oh, um, those fibers are used to connect the user to magical items. Um, they the lady Claire, she asked for a ring that she could use to control constructs. Um, and the ring more or less does the same thing. It grows those fibers through the construct's body and then takes control of it.
Oh, how do you
I've never seen it
ungrow?
used on a human though.
How do you make them retract? Is there a reverse switch on these?
Um,
On your ring?
you'd have to open, but maybe. No one's ever asked to take it off. I've only ever really made a couple of them. Usually we use them. Every once in a while, a construct goes rogue and becomes rather dangerous. So I've made a couple to help keep them under control. But
Well,
I never would imagine using it on a human. I'm surprised that it works on a human.
well, we need you to remove one now.
Yep, that's actually what we need from our friend. He's got one of these invasions of these blue things, and we need to unblue him.
Oh,
It's also
how did
damaged.
that happen to him?
The ring you gave Claire. Oh, Claire got away with.
Yeah.
Oh,
She already
happened in the
she traveled-
past.
We went here because we were told you could remove it, and it turns out you were the one who built it. Shows you, which just increases the chance that you can actually remove it.
well, I can certainly try. Oh, but that's where is your friend
back in
Chauslin?
Chauslin.
Jocelyn.
Yeah. Well, we might have a siege machine coming first, so you might get
Who
to
knows?
have another date tonight before that happens. Or we have to leave.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
All right, well, this was good. We learned a lot and understood things a bit better. And we've got a book to get, I guess.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then we have to find out about the siege, if they're coming. See if Simon sent anybody, and then we'll give him a report.
Yeah, and maybe some more pinging. I mean, we can split up. We're pretty safe to split the party in the city.
I can go up. I can go out here. If I go out here, I think if it's a quarter, yeah, I can easily ping through these walls. So I would know if anything is out here.
Is the book written in common?
Probably Elven. I mean, you'd have to
Oh.
find it, but considering that it was written by an elf,
Oh,
probably
okay.
Elven.
All right. Well, I can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go to
I
the
don't know
library.
how much of translation services exist.
Yeah, fair enough. Does anyone else speak Elvish here?
Let me look at what
No.
I speak. I don't think so.
Well, it makes sense for me to go to the library then and get the book.
Well,
I mean, I
technically,
speak Draconic.
Technically, I speak Drow, but which is a sort of Elvish, but I don't think that's the Elvish you're looking for.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And if
All
you're
right.
going to be doing pinging, especially in the area that you're trying to go to an area that's got no roads. So getting around the city is pretty easy and quick on the roady parts because you can take a cart around. If you're it's going to take you hours to do what you're asking to do.
That's fine.
So, yeah, if you want to do that, you certainly can, but it's going to take you hours. You're not going to. I don't think you can really go to the library and.
No, we have to split up.
Yeah.
It's probably also not written in Drow.
Yeah.
And I'm going
Yeah.
to, I've got to go find Simon while you guys do that.
Okay,
So-
how about we all meet back at the office?
Sounds good.
Okay. I'll get directions from Sakharin as to where the library
Mhm.
is in town, and if I need a card or something, some kind of ID.
He does explain to you that you do kind of need a membership, but with your pin, with your chisel pin,
Mhm.
they knowing that you're part of the guard, they'll let you borrow it.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, then I'll head off to the library.
Okay. Roll me investigation just to see how long it takes. You're gonna find it.
Yeah.
But you're
See
looking
if
for a
there's
book
help.
in a library without really, more modern card catalogs. So
Yes.
Oh, there's no Dewey Decimal System.
there's no Dewey
The
Decimal
Dewey
System.
Decimal System.
All right. I'm gonna
So
pray for
take it away.
guidance before I start. Oh, and I'll need it.
It's gonna take you a while. Well, you can do your guide. Yeah, a little bit less than a while. Okay. So, it's gonna take not too. Gonna take you about. What's that? About an hour and 2 hours. Sorry, about
That's
two and a
all right.
half.
Eric's
Yeah.
gonna be going along the wall for a while, so
Yeah, so it's gonna take you about 2.5 hours, but you
get
make it to
distracted
library.
in the gardening section.
there's just it's the library is massive.
Okay.
And yeah, there's no Dewey Decimal System, so while things are organized in like categories,
Mm-hmm.
you're pretty much at the like you go to the you have to figure out where to even find chronomancy because
Right,
that's not a
exactly.
magic.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be under chronomancy. You have to look through you try archaeology because she was an archaeologist, so you
Mhm.
try to go there. Don't quite find it. You try to look through some arcane books. But you're pretty much pulling books out of the wall every once in a while to find them because they're not,
Yeah.
they're organized by author, but but you
Okay.
do eventually find it. It does take you like 2 hours to do it. And you find the book is called On Time by Alia. She had a last name that I forgot. Silver something. Probably Silver Moon because elves.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. So yeah, you find it. They'll they expect it back. It is a very old book. They let you know it's been here for hundreds of years. So please take good care of it.
Yeah. We'll have someone from the city guard return this when we're done.
Mm-hmm. So that's you. Felix, what do you want to talk to Simon about?
Payment.
First, I'm going to ask him if he has any information. I say I've sent up our sergeant to do his detection, but is there any other information on the siege or on anything coming?
The scouts on the wall have so far reported that those umbrella things seem to have disappeared from the skies above the farms. I do believe that they were using them as scouts, and now that the forces are gone, the scouts have probably returned back to find their new position. They are not wild animals; they are trained, so more than likely they are going to meet with the reinforcement. But so far, no one has reported any siege machines or anything. We have kept scouts at the out in the farm and by the gates to alert us, but there has been no activity since yesterday when the humans were defeated.
The lady you sent for this purpose of scrying, she was very good, by the way.
Thank you.
Some of the things that she said caused us to be concerned that we may be attracting some of this attention.
Let's see.
So we are feeling that our continued presence in your city might actually, at this very moment, might cause more attention rather than less. So we are trying to think of a way to convince them we're probably thinking of leaving and trying to let them know that we have left so that they do not attack you again.
Ah, while I appreciate you are concerned for the city, I will remind you that our contract was to what was it? Get rid of remove the humans. You are not here, and the humans do attack. You will be unable to fulfill your contract. Therefore, you will not receive payment.
Felix goes silent.
Felix is very silent and simply regards him for a few minutes.
However, if the humans do not attack, you will receive payment. However, if you're not in the city, I do not know how we will be able to get you your payment.
So, how long do we have to be here waiting to see if the humans attack?
Well, the humans were meant to arrive this morning, or sometime today. I do believe. If you can if you can confirm that the humans are retreating, we will consider your contract fulfilled. Or if you can demonstrate that the humans will no longer attack Slinton, your contract will be fulfilled.
All right. I will talk to my companions.
Very well. While I do appreciate all your help, you must understand that contract is a contract.
I am just like looking at him very slowly with narrowed eyes, and I don't say anything because right now I'm like, I don't want to get into it if we can resolve this amicably, but I'm also not okay with this. Like, it's not gonna go over. I will.
That's some contract fuckery.
That is some straight messed up BS. Well, I will ask Sergeant Herrick what he has to report when he gets down, and I'll let you know.
She flounces out.
All right. Etzli and Herrick, I'm assuming you two are together? Because
yep.
Why not?
Probably.
So,
Yeah.
you're gonna take most of your day kind of doing this. But now that you've made it, as you walk, kind of, let's get a thing. Let's get a tool to draw it. So you start off at the wall here-ish, I'm assuming, and then so as you walk up and around the wall, you're pinging constantly, but you're not. Besides the humans inside this, inside the city, you're not feeling anything. Yeah. It's not until you end up somewhere around here that behind the kind of on the other side of the wall, you do see a large, very, very large cluster of humans.
Any constructs?
No constructs, just humans. Well, do they count as constructs? No, they do not count as constructs. Oh, no.
But no, the siege weapons, unless they're like alive.
Yeah, they're not. They are.
They're just big wooden structures.
Well,
is that?
They are.
Is it around the area where we made the ground muddy?
Roll me a survival, because like you took a weird ass tunnel. So how well you can reorient yourself to.
I will remind you that I literally have two skills that allow me to, like two features that allow me to not get lost and be really good at geography.
Not getting lost is like but like how well can you you're looking at it from an entirely different angle.
Outlander, you have an excellent memories of maps and geography. You can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you.
Ah, there we go. All right. Yeah. No, that's more or less where you muddied things up.
Excellent.
They don't seem to be moving in any particular direction either.
Oh. Hey. How about we attack them from, we go through the tunnel and get them from behind? This was a really
That would
messed
be
up.
hilarious.
That
would
would be
also take a
hilarious.
day.
Let me tell you as soon as I find my notes.
It took us like 8 hours.
You sense 200 humans.
Okay, no.
That's not
we're
that many.
Saying that all alone.
Come on, that's not so many. I've got an elemental.
I can take them. I can take them.
Yeah, I could totally take them.
Stop holding me back. Don't hold me back.
Nothing but steam methods and earth elementals.
To be fair, an earth elemental would fuck them up.
Oh, I'm sure we could. Yeah, no, I have no doubts.
even worse. An air elemental, they probably wouldn't be able to damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can throw them around.
Yeah,
You should be sending a tornado through them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, there are definitely ways. But it's up to you all what you want to do. So that's what information you have. Of course, you can't relay this to your
No, we'll start
friends
heading
for
back.
a little bit longer.
As soon as we have that, we'll start heading back.
Yeah. So you have found them. They are there. By the time you get back, it's taking you a while. You're about 4 p.m. in the afternoon at this point on your 5th day. Day 5. By the time that Herrick and Etzley and Shivaris, at this point, you've gotten a chance to peruse through the book and whatnots. Shivaris, make it back to. It is written Elvish because that's who she is. Yeah, you all are back in your office with all your information.
Well, obviously confined quarters is better for us than an open field because it's harder for them to flank us if there's very little space. Think about Spartan, the 300. So I'm thinking we should actually take them on in the tunnels, not wait for them to get out into the fields.
Agreed.
We could hide somewhere like this if they come by.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good area. Any elbow corner would be a place where we could send the elemental first and then follow up after it.
Do we want an army with us?
I guess with 200, we could have some backup. We could, like a reserve team.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Let's not forget that. Oh, are we going through the main entrance or are we going to sneak through the secret entrance?
I think it's going to take too long to go through the secret entrance because it took us, we had to do a long rest.
We also
took you like 7 hours to do it last.
We also can't send an army through it.
Oh yeah, no, you're not doing that.
That's also true.
Yeah, it would take.
Also, I think
to get a whole army through there would take you.
Also, I think the gnome mob wouldn't like it that we reveal it to the army.
Yeah, you'd probably get shanked.
Also, based on the geography, we could, for instance, draw them. If we could take them on and soften them up and then retreat back, we could and have them pursue us. Then we could have the armies waiting around the corner in the open area. Here, I'll show you where I'm looking at. Like here. And so if we come down here, then we can pull them out a little bit and surround them as well.
I will remind you that there's several, at least 10 miles up here. This is quite a far away.
Yeah. But okay, so we don't necessarily have to go up to here. We could, for instance, wait for them here. Or even better, here.
Right now they appear to be stuck up there.
Well, we can wait for them and then mess them up when they get closer. Because, I mean, you've come down here now. We have to assemble the army and we have to move out and take our positions. All of that's going to take hours.
Attacking them while they're stuck and trying to get the siege machines out would probably be better than waiting for them to get out and be prepared.
But we don't know how long it's going to take them to get unstuck. They could actually be here, and we're going to end up here. and then we'll have to catch up with them, and they'll have the whole city.
No, we're going this direction. We're coming here and we're meeting them on the way and surprise. Like, if we meet them down here, that's not gonna be a surprise.
No. I'm saying that we should meet them here, but have the army as a reserve so we can retreat back if we need
Like
to.
a just in case kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we should probably
Or
go
like
still
hidden
Simon.
tactics with your little group of mercenaries. Your little group.
Our
Doing
party, yeah.
little attacks and retreating, weakening them, and then by the time they get out to the field, they are weakened and have to face an army.
Or we
I
could
do
pretend
want to take someone like the people that went with Etzley. You know, a couple of those people to the elites. We'll do elite attacks, and if they keep going at us, then they will have the army here waiting for them.
Yep, as a backup. Because again, if we retreat, they might break ranks and follow us, and kind of their lines will dissolve, and then they'll be easier to take on from the sides.
Should we go? We should probably go inform Simon about this, considering he has the access to the army.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Felix explained the predicament about the contract?
I explained it.
200 more humans, okay, then we get paid.
Just 200 more. That's
Shavaris, you're so nice. I wish I could be as nice as you.
I'm nice for you.
You don't have to. You don't have to kill the 200 humans. You just got to make sure they don't attack.
Yeah.
Nah, let's kill them anyway, just in case. You never know.
You never know. All right, so you're gonna talk to Simon?
Yes.
Unless you got more deliberating to do.
No, I don't think so.
We
have a plan.
I'm going to tell them that. Oh, never mind. I'll go in with Simon. I didn't want to talk to him. I'm mad. Save this guy's stupid city.
You couldn't just be satisfied. You will never be satisfied.
Unless you have something else, like I could roleplay, but unless you have like anything new, like you can
just get our troops
with
back.
The explanation you got, you can get your troops. There's less troops because some of them died, but not a whole lot less.
Yeah, we didn't lose that.
So
many.
you can get your troops back, more or less how you
had them.
How you had them before, and get them set up.
Yep, the archers would be very helpful for surprising the enemy.
It's gonna take a bit because I mean, not that they're not, they're off doing their business, so
they have to be.
It's gonna take a couple of hours to get everyone gathered again.
Well, I mean, we don't have to wait for that. We can just it's also gonna take us a couple of hours to get up to where they are, presumably.
Well, we also need some of the higher class elites. Yeah,
the ones that went with me.
The hex plates, yeah.
Those are probably easier to get because it's only it was only a few people, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I think it was a couple of hex blades.
It was one. We had 2 hex blades.
I had 1 hex blade, and then I had a couple of marshals. Veterans.
Veterans. Hex blades and veterans and marshals. So
yeah, because it wasn't very many people.
So we can do my elite team, but y'all join in this time.
Yeah,
yeah,
and leave the marshals behind to run the archers and the other groups.
Yeah.
While we go.
Can the archers be run by marshals?
Yeah, they can.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would have to be switched is I think Shavaris, you were in charge of one of the set of archers.
Yes.
So they need a commander, which you can pull from
probably Herrick's.
One of the other troops.
Yeah, Herrick's troops.
My troop were that was commanded by a hexblade, I believe. No, that was answered by one of the marshals.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm blind. It's right there on the screen.
Yeah, I think you had more than one marshal though.
Yeah,
I
that's
did, but one of them was the commander.
Yeah. So if we take a marshal away from Eric's troop, that'll take it down from 20. No, all of these have to go down by 2 anyway, because you're not going to be with them except for the one. So it'll make Herrick's 4 less powerful, and it'll make one of the other groups 4 more powerful. So it'll be
so 22 and 7 now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
22 and 7. Oh, that's
fine.
What we'll do. Get rid of that. Nope.
Yep.
Not gonna let me find. All right, so this will be 7, and then that's why you're not. Yeah, jerk. 7 here, and then 22 up here.
Oh, look at you with your European 7.
And then this one actually I think this one goes down to 20 because Herrick's not going to be there, so he doesn't get to add his 2 to that, and then so will these other ones all pretty much go down by 2.
Are we taking both hex plates?
Yeah, maybe, and leaving another one of the
Marshals in charge of this group over here.
Yeah. Yeah, the hex blades will actually be, because we're not going to get right up and close, right? If we can help it.
Yeah.
Better if we do distance attacks.
Yeah. So the hex blades, well, hex blades and veterans are, but hex blades at least throw.
We only have 2 hex blades. There was one in Etzley's and one in Felix's.
Yeah.
We only have 2. You can take 2 for sure. You just need another commander for that.
Yeah, just grab one of the extra marshals that's running around.
Okay, so that I believe will take.
So we had 5 marshals, I think.
You had 10 marshals.
Oh wow, plenty.
Did Etzley didn't have all the veterans? There must be some veterans out here.
Yeah, there's probably veterans in other ones.
Yeah, there's veterans in other groups, but
everything's kind of scattered around.
Yeah,
but okay. So that would take.
Point is, we're taking all the best people with us to do the guerrilla fighting, and then leaving all the rest of them at the down at the where it opens up.
Okay.
And then it's motherfucking air elemental. We're just sending a fucking tornado through them.
Yep.
31. Okay, there we go. They're your troops now.
Cool.
So a little shifted around, but that's what you got.
Yep.
All right. Cool. We'll take you back to the map. All right. So, like I said over Twitter, this might be where we stop for today. Because now I gotta set up.
Yeah.
I also don't know how far that army has moved, if they've moved at all. So
Okay.
I gotta figure that out.
Okay.
Oh, can we?
Works time wise.
What did I find out about the book, the contents of the On Time?
Do me something with intelligence.
Something with it.
I don't want to like
history. No.
Well, history would be like remembering. It's probably like either straight intelligence. Or
I think straight intelligence.
All right.
Straight up intelligence.
I pray for guidance as well on this one. I'm gonna need it. Okay.
It's a cantrip, so why not? Ooh,
14. Nice. That's not bad. Chronoman. So, the first bit of the book has pretty much a short biography, author's biography on Aelia. She is an elf. She's not from the Underdark, but she's very interested in archaeology. She does in that biography mention the Time Gate more than once, and that's kind of like her dream to find it. but then moves on to a section about how time works. From what you can see, she hypothesizes that time isn't a straight line, like it doesn't flow from one end to the other, but is constantly shifting. And she emphasizes the like constantly shifting part, that she thinks that time is just always changing around us, but unless you're outside of time, you can't tell that it's always changing. She kind of describes it as being a fish in a river. That you like things are moving, but you don't necessarily, you can't see the whole picture, so you can't see how it's moving.
Okay.
You know, as mortal beings, you can't see the whole of it. If you could see the whole of time, you might be able to see its meandering way, whatnots. There is after that, there's a section on Chronos, and kind of the similar to what you've already heard, absentee god doesn't really care because human and elf existence is nothing compared to eternity, so he doesn't really care, but he does care about time not falling apart. Like that's he obviously needs time, so it can't fall apart. Then it goes on to a section of some hypothesis on how time is kept together, and she talks about these things called what do they call time elementals, which she hypothesizes appear when time gets broken, that they appear to try to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Like you connected that one. Yeah.
I remember those.
Yeah, you fought them. And then she also hypothesizes that because Kronos is kind of busy not caring, that he leaves kind of like time elementals, kind of like a higher up on the pecking order, that he leaves behind guardians and like demigods to sort of keep an eye on time for him, and that there's probably many of them, but they have no real, they hang around in the shadow kind of thing, rather than deliberately mess with time, and just they're kind of allowed to do their own thing. They just got to make sure that the time space continuum doesn't fall apart. Kind of their job.
So does she know of any of them, or is
no, these are all hypotheses. Like these are kind of how she thinks time works, but she doesn't, and in the book there's no description of like what they might be able to do or not do or anything like that. She hypothesizes that these creatures probably exist. And then closer to the end, she kind of provides like, this is my future research, and one of them is that she thinks that if she can find the time gate, she can find a guardian demigod, and be able to be able to step outside of time, be able to look at the river as a whole. So that's what she wants to do.
Find out that he's kind of lonely and doesn't want her to leave.
Yeah. Be careful what you wish for.
Well.
Okay. Yeah, so at least for the next time, are we going to have been on the move? Like, are we to the point where we have our army set up, or do you want us to do all of that next time?
I mean, I have your list, so you can tell me where you want them set up, and I will put them there, and we can start from. You kind of mentioned that you were gonna just start at the entrance and then move your way up, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So we can start at you moving it. You starting here. You're starting here, and then your party moving up. Like I said, I gotta figure out where this other army is moving or has moved. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know how stuck they are, to be completely fair.
All right, cool.
There's gonna have to be a couple of rolls for that.
There is going to be a big battle then next time, and everyone can look forward to.
Yes, which might be next time, if in case anyone is in a non-American time zone watching, it's probably gonna be an hour earlier because daylight
Oh yeah.
saving
time
times
changes.
Yeah.
daylight saving times would be differently, and we would probably be following the US because people need to get back from work and stuff.
Yeah.
So it would be the same time for Americans and an hour earlier for us
okay.
here in Europe.
Hey.
So it'll be midnight for us rather than 1 a.m.
Yes.
for a week or two.
Yeah.
No, literally for 1 week. That's literally
yeah.
1 week.
And then I think probably the session after that we're probably gonna skip, right?
Oh, because the election?
Yeah. Right?
Oh yeah, that's literally
Yeah.
that is literally election night.
That's a thing.
That is election night, yeah.
Yeah. So a big fight and then a big fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because Kevin and I were actually talking about doing a show. So yeah, and
So it makes sense to just put out. I don't think I
mean, it kind of
definitely going to
depends.
be there for that.
Potentially. So,
Well,
to be fair, I
Because
get
the
out
polls
of
won't close. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, polls don't close. I mean, it's what 8:30
o'clock.
p.m. for me here.
Okay.
So polls will be just barely closing in Nebraska, and you still got like 2 time zones left.
And with all the vote, the mail-in.
I'm going to be an anxious wreck.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just skip.
That
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah,
All right,
I've been debating taking the 3rd and the 4th off, so like I get it.
Oh yeah, I always take the day after the election off because of the time zones. I stay up all night watching the results anyway. But okay, all right. So yeah, we'll just plan on
We'll
skipping
figure
a
that
week. We'll skip a week.
There's 2 weeks to it. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make the time zone.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right.
So big fight next time probably because that's where y'all are headed to.
Yep. And then we get paid. All right.
Then you get paid.
All right.
So
Well,
I can't wait to send a tornado through to send a tornado through.
until next time then. Goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye.
Bye, party.
Hey, they did the bit. Okay.
Ugh.